Hello guys, welcome to my normal distribution class. This is one of the important distribution comes under continuous random variable distribution. Yeah. Now, before going to start the normal distribution, first you have to know why you need to study for normal distribution. What are the important to study for normal distribution? This normal distribution is also called in your core subject Gaussian distribution. In your core subject, they are not going to use any word normal. They are going to use always Gaussian distribution. That is equivalent to our normal distribution. Normal distribution is also called Gaussian distribution, is one of the most important continuous theoretical distribution in statistics. Now, normal distribution also comes under which random variable? Continuous random variable. But compared to exponential, this is one of the important distribution. Its graph is called the normal curve or bell-shaped curve. Once you plot a graph, we get the graph is just like a bell-shaped curve. It describes the approximately many phenomena that occur in nature, industry, and research. Physical measurements on areas such as meteorological experiments, rainfall studies, and measurements of manufactured parts are explained with a normal distribution. Not only here, while doing a census for every year, they're going to give a figure based on what actually normal distribution. Every day we are go through everyone they watch any one of the language of the news. At the end of the news, they're going to give weather report they prepared based on normal distribution or Gaussian distribution only. Today normal distribution normal probability model or normal distribution probability model is one of the most important probability model in statistical analysis. Whenever you want to take a decision, especially for having a large data, we are consider normal distribution, we are going to take a decision. The later I'm going to explain why is considered normal distribution after once you define probability function. Just 1 minute before I told the curve is look like a what bell shape, is a symmetric. Now I to if you want to solve problem by using normal distribution, I have to know what's the probability function in the normal distribution. The probability distribution function for normal distribution is P of x is equal to 1 by sigma into root of 2 pi into e power of minus half of x minus mu by sigma whole square only for this, where x range between what's the limit here, minus infinity to plus infinity. Why they going to use usually normal distribution for continuous? Because the function probability function is defined in entire range minus infinity to plus infinity, but exponential distribution they define only which range 0 to infinity. Therefore this probability function is more give rise more effective result compared to other. That's why we are going to consider normal distribution. Now, another drawback for the here, that is a advantage. Disadvantage for the normal distribution here, if you want to take a decision from the normal distribution or Gaussian probability distribution, you require two parameters. What are the parameters are required? Sigma and mu. Without knowing standard deviation and mean, we can't proceed to use probability function in the normal distribution. That's a drawback. But in exponential, I required only one parameter, that is alpha. Therefore, that's a one advantage and disadvantage. Then once you define a probability function, I want to verify whether it's a PDF or not. Now, if you want to verify PDF or not, first you observe the given probability function is greater than or equal to 0. Clearly, is greater than or equal to 0 because you know that standard deviation always greater than 0, and also x minus mu by sigma. This is maybe negative or positive. What is square of that is positive. Then this is positive. Therefore, for range from minus infinity to plus infinity, what is my p of x must be greater than or equal to 0. Therefore, it satisfies the first condition or PDF. Next, I have to consider minus infinity to plus infinity, p of x dx. Then I have to show that this must be equal to 1. Therefore, here no need to split the integral because probability function in the normal distribution is defined in the range minus infinity to plus infinity. Therefore, directly we have to substitute P of x is 1 by sigma into root of 2 pi is a constant. Keep it outside the integral. And then e power of minus half of x minus mu by sigma whole square. Observe carefully here. You can't evaluate directly because they are having infinite limits. Because upper and lower limit having what's the limit here? Infinity. Therefore, you have to convert this integral into the standard form. I written here what's the standard form here? Minus infinity to plus infinity e power of minus t square dt. Why I have to convert this standard form? Because this value you know that root pi, because you already used this value while solving a problem in the Fourier transform. Therefore, try to convert this in the form of this because you can't integrate because x is not a linear power. Suppose I have a linear power, you know how to what about integrate that. I want to convert in the form of e power of minus t square. I'll take 1 by 2 outside 1 by 2 also is in the inside the square. Therefore, what we get? Root 2 whole square. X minus mu by root 2 into sigma whole square. And then I have to put x minus mu by root 2 into sigma is equal to new variable is t. Everyone you know how to take a substitution. From that, what is x minus mu? You take cross multiplication, sigma into root 2 we get. Now, what is dx is sigma into what about that? With respect to x, only t vary, mu and sigma is a constant. Sigma into root 2 into dt we get. When x is in minus infinity, t is also minus infinity because minus infinity minus constant is minus infinity. When x is infinity, minus constant is infinity because infinity is a very large value. Now we have to substitute this here. What happened? Here actually this is not 2, actually this is sigma. This is what actually sigma. Okay. Yeah, sigma in 1 by root of 2 pi minus infinity to plus infinity e power of minus t square. Instead of x minus mu by sigma, what we are going to take here by 2 into, what about that 2 into root of sigma, root 2 into sigma is nothing but t square. Then what is my dx? Dx is sigma root 2 into dt. I have to substitute. Root 2 cancel and then sigma cancel. What's the remaining? 1 by root pi of minus infinity to plus infinity e power of minus t square dt. This value already told. This is a standard integral. What's the value there? Root pi. Actually, we get this value from beta gamma function is root pi, but not necessary to know how we get. Just treat it as a standard result. From that, you have to write root pi cancel. Then what we get actually minus infinity plus in p of s dx is 1. Therefore, probability function for a normal distribution is a PDF because it satisfies both the condition. P of x greater than or equal to 0 in from the range minus infinity to plus infinity and also minus infinity to plus infinity. P of x dx must be equal to 1. Therefore, is 1. Then we say that the probability function for a normal distribution, n dot d means normal distribution. For my convenient, I am using that abbreviation, is a PDF. Now here we no need to derive mean and standard deviation is not included in your syllabus. I am going to return directly mu is equal to mu, sigma equal to sigma means even though derive mean from the probability distribution function of normal distribution using continuous random variable distribution formula, finally we get mu only, sigma equal to sigma only. This shows that we don't have any separate formula for finding a mean and standard deviation for what actually in the normal distribution. What are the formula? You have to find out mean and standard deviation in the normal, in the continuous random variable distribution. Continuous random variable distribution, that itself is a formula for normal distribution. Now, already known that in exponential you have a formula for mu is 1 by alpha, sigma is also 1 by alpha. But here we don't have any separate formula. That's the beauty of normal distribution. Suppose the data is a continuous random variable distribution, that mean itself is a mean of the normal distribution, that the standard deviation itself is a standard deviation of the normal distribution. That's why usually we are going to consider to take addition from the normal or Gaussian distribution. After that, I'm going to explain one thing while solving a problem. What are the steps I have to follow? Steps for solving problems by using normal distribution. How to solve problem by using normal distribution. Now the first step is convert random variable. Usually the random variable is in terms of what? X, into standard normal variate. Standard normal variate is denoted by Z, where the formula is Z for conversion of x into Z formula is x minus mu by sigma. You have mu, you have sigma, and then for x we get corresponding Z. After once you convert x in terms of z, in the second step, identify the region for z in the normal distribution curve. This is a normal distribution curve. You know that x is equal to mu, what we get, z is 0. Therefore, central point is z is 0 means x is equal to mu. Left of the 0 is negative, right of the 0 is positive. Identify the region what you convert x in terms of z in the standard normal curve. Third point is always convert the area in the following form. Once you identify the region, you convert the area always in the form of probability of z greater than 0 less than some positive value. Here I have taken positive value is a. Once you convert, then we say that what's the minimum value of z is 0, what's the maximum value of z is a. Therefore, I am going to take this is approximately equal to area of z is equal to this maximum value. What's the maximum value is a. The question is arise why you convert always z greater than 0 less than a, because using normal distribution table to write the value of a of z is equal to a means once you get a of z is equal to a, after that I have to know what's the value of that area. Now we have to use the normal distribution table. While solving a problem I am explaining how to use normal distribution table. From that we get area of z is equal to a. Now using normal distribution table should be shaded in the right of the 0 of z. Means they have two types of table. One is area is shaded right of the 0 of z. Another one is area is shaded to left of the 0. But you please take a normal distribution table from the Grewal textbook. They have the table in the back of the textbook. You please take that thing. When we are using area is shaded to right of the 0, that's why you have to convert always z greater than 0 less than a. I think this everyone is clear why I have to convert z greater than 0 less than a, because we are using a normal distribution table is whatever that is shaded what actually right of the 0. Therefore always you convert greater than 0 less than positive value. And also I have to told is symmetric above the symmetric. Therefore minus infinity to 0 is same as 0 to infinity. Not necessary to take entire area. You know what is my entire area is area of the probability curve is 1. Divide two parts, what do we get? 0.5 and 0.5. Not necessary to take entire area. You take half of the area. Either you take minus infinity to 0 or 0 to infinity. But we are using the table is shaded right at the 0. Only we consider 0 to infinity. Therefore in the table maximum area is 0.5. Minimum area is 0. That's why if you want to use normal distribution table, always you convert the probability greater than 0 less than some positive value. That give rise area of z is equal to a. Why? Because we are not using entire area. We are using half of the area, especially shaded right of the 0. I am requesting the student while solving a problem, first you take a table from the room examine, evaluate a room invigilator, then you refer it where what type of whatever table they provide. Right of the 0 they provide means always you convert greater than 0 less than. Yes, they are not provide, you ask give the table they shaded right of the 0. Are you clear? That's why we are always you convert greater than 0 less than a. That is nothing but area of z is equal to a, because we are not consider entire area. Why? Because it's symmetric. The what's a function here? X minus mu by sigma whole square is an even function. Therefore 0 to minus infinity to plus infinity can be written as 0 to infinity, or what about that twice of minus infinity to 0. We are taking 0 to infinity. Therefore, thank you very much for listening. Once again, I am going to repeat this how to take from the normal distribution table in my next class, in next video while solving a problem. Thank you.